Okay, we're going to be watching FromEarth, who's playing Reinhardt on a Blizzard World. This is a Diamond on console. I'm absolutely the reason we lost. I need someone to tell me what I could have done better. I'm the Rein. Blizzard World is not my greatest map in the slightest, especially on the first point. I think I finished the first round 1 and 8, oof, with like 1700 damage. I'd appreciate any tips on what I could have done better. I feel like my main issue is positioning, but I'm not sure how to get better at that, TBH. Okay, so in addition to this review, I'm also going to give you a link to my tank positioning guide for Blizzard World, which I think will be super, super helpful to you. I've not seen the video yet, the replay yet, but I assume based on your description that you're going to benefit from that a lot. So let's watch. Start of the round. You're going to play high ground routine, which is good. I would have already been set up here, but it's fine, no big deal. I would not drop here. So the reason why you don't want to drop here is because high ground's good here. It gives really, really good line of sights for your team, and it keeps them safe. So if you stand up here and just hold your shield, this is one of the rare times where I think it's actually the correct call to just hold your shield and do basically nothing. It allows your Ashe to shoot freely. If she kills one person, their whole push is stopped. And then you get to buy like another 20-something seconds for them to respawn and run back up to do it again. Right? So you really are rooting for your Ashe here. You dropping to low ground isn't going to do anything. Now, if you haven't watched my video, presumably, but in the video that the tank positioning guide video I make for Blizzard World, I say do not fight at the gates. The gates are a trap. It might seem like this is a good choke to fight. It is not. It is really, really bad for you to fight typically at the gates. So I don't even think it's a good idea to fight at the statue, right? Once they start moving in, I think you immediately should retreat the point. So notice that since you've left high ground, right, D.Va's able to dive up here and do a lot to distract your team, but you can't do anything to help them. Granted, your team gets the kills anyway, but that's lucky. Right? That could have definitely gone poorly. Good. Fire strike. I would charge right now. Right? I would charge right here, the left side, and kill his Ana to continue the stagger. You should always be hunting for staggers. Like, you've already killed, your team's killed 3 people, I think. Like, there's no way you were in any danger. You should have definitely tried to hunt out and kill the Ana. So, same thing, you should reset back to high ground. I think you're maybe trying to do that. Yeah. Don't worry about that. Yeah, your Kyrko's not in any danger. Like, he's not gonna. D.Va can't do any damage that far away. Yeah, it's not a lot you can do right now. Again, just the reason I'm not commenting is like I think you're doing basically the right thing. Like there's not a lot you can do right here, but they can't really move forward well. I think you're just trying to get shield, hold shield down. All right, now they start rotating the point. I think it is the right call to drop, and you want to fight this corner. I think you're probably a little slow on this rotation because you want to beat them to this corner. So once you see them start going, like I think you should already be booking it here. This soldier does a good job getting in. And now you can control this corner. The problem is that your team has not followed you, so you should have held shield, used third-person peek, and then looked back at your team to confirm that your team was not with you. Because you definitely think your team is with you right now, and they are not, which I understand. Yeah, see? So I noticed that you don't know how to do third-person peek, right? Because you turned your screen, which is actually bad, because it exposed your side briefly. While you have the shield up, hold down attack, and then you can look around freely in third-person view without actually moving your shield. It's very, very helpful, and you can also do surprise shatters that way. Okay, so you're getting kind of lit up here, right? Only the Mercy's healing you. You should recognize that, and you should recognize that your team's getting kills on the side. You don't need to do anything, right? Your team is winning by default. All you do is just not die. So you run up and you try to force this fight for no reason, but you don't need to. Again, your team just killed 2. All you do is hold shield and just play this corner, and you're totally fine. You walk up, D.Va basically shoots a bunch of bullets into your head. Right? And she's also got missiles right now. You do not want to mess with missiles. Missiles do a lot of damage. It does like, I don't know, 160 damage or something over like a second and a half. Plus her actual shooting in your head. I don't remember what the damage is. You're taking something like 200 plus damage per second right now. It's like a very, very bad idea to be doing this like fight when she has missiles up. And then you die. So this is super unnecessary. All you had to do, especially once you saw the 2 picks, right? And you saw, because you should realize like, okay, so, like my team's not following me, so clearly something good is happening in the back line, like all you do is just hold this corner, give them a little time on the point. That's fine, right? You step back on before the tick is over. Sit here, hold shield until shield's low. Wait, go back here, wait until the tick's back up, then come back in and recontest. Definitely don't do this thing where you get so close to the D.Va and then she just melts you and then you die. Very, very, very bad call. Does your team end up winning? They do. Good. Still set back up. Yep, I think this is fine. I would try to save your shield for when Bastion tank mode is up. Because that's their most dangerous thing. Like, they don't have a lot of threat when the Bastion is down. So the Bastion, like, tank mode to, like, burst somebody down is really the primary danger. So, like, I would probably release it right now because, like, she's matrixing as well, so, like, your team shouldn't even be shooting. Just being a little smart with your usage. Okay, so just forcing corner. Alright, continuing rush is popped. So I would be very careful about this. So the reason why is whenever you turn a 90-degree corner like this, or whenever you turn a corner, recognize that your supports are no longer going to help you. So the second you turn this corner, you have to think, I am all alone, except my DPS happen to be out here. And is that going to be a problem or not? So your Junk's dead here. But you see how you're kind of walking in, and the soldier can kite you, the diva can kite you, and these three are way too far back for you to do anything? Like, this is a mistake, and I think you realize that too late. So because you go all the way in here, you end up taking about 400 damage, right? Unnecessarily. You see the down soldier gets behind you, and you have nothing to help you, you're just super low, and then you die. So again, I think all you had to do was just go to this corner and just hold them off. And just understand, like, hey, there's not a lot that I can do in this situation, right? Your DPS are still back there. It's just not your job to try to hunt them all down in this situation. You just can't, especially because this is not a good Kitsune rush. I don't know what the heck this is. Yeah, I don't know what the heck that Kitsune rush was. Like, I think you just chill, right? After that fire strike, you just come back, you chill. You just get melted here. Yeah. Your team's still contesting. This is just kind of a tough lineup in terms of both your team comp / team personality, right? Because like they were holding high ground for a long time, which I think was a bad call. They should have held high ground over point, and thus it makes you kind of useless when you're playing Rein. If you're playing like a dive tank, you would have been much better off. Not that you would have known this would have happened, but so you're down one, right? So now you have to make a call. You can take the early fight right now, or you could wait. It's probably a much better idea to wait because you're down one, even though like you can get swings. I would say that I don't think Rein is a particularly good hero on most of this map. I think first point is okay. I think second point he's really bad, and third point he is okay. If you could play other tanks, like for example Sigma or Winston or Diva or Risa, Hog, even Zarya would be a lot better. And the reason being is you're going to run into these awkward situations where you're standing here and you can't do anything, right? If you walk too far forward, they're just going to kill you. But if you stand over here, which is like safer, you can't actually do anything to help your team out. And so you're just not playing a great tank for this situation, especially with the fact that your whole lineup is playing spam, right? Spam / poke. They're all long range, like just spam, like kite the enemy team, and you're just not in sync with that at all. Is it winnable? Maybe, right? I think theoretically, you know, this is only Diamond on console. You know, theoretically, I think it should still be winnable, but I think you'd have to play hyper aggressively here. So this is a very strange call. So you charge back, which I understand because you're trying to get back, but I think you also would have been fine. Like once you realize you're like, hey, look, this isn't working. I think I would have retreated this way through the building. Like I don't understand why you took the outside route. Like you should assume out here that your team would be fine. Like you shouldn't expect the supports to die there. Again, just walk into the building. You know, or like even if you didn't feel safe, you could have charged in the back and then reset the fight. I think charging this way was the worst plan. And then you have shield, and then for some reason you turn and walk away despite the fact that they're shooting your back. Like if you just shield off, oh, I think that because the visor. But definitely like you're only getting shot from behind, so I would have turned there. Or actually, what I would have done, maybe you charge here because of visor. No, because visor hasn't popped yet. Now visor's popped. So what you should have done, the second the soldier drops... wait, actually, do you see him? So you should have shattered right away here and try to get it off. That would have been your best possible play. Yeah, I think shattering there, then the soldier would have died, your backline would have lived, and you probably live as well, and this Bob creates space. So that's probably your mistake. It's a very short time window to be able to do that, though. But yeah, I mean, you're really struggling here to play Rein. Like, you just literally can't. Like, that's one of the reasons why you're not gonna get any damage. Is like you literally can't get to anybody, especially with their lineup. You see, like this is a great example where the D.Va's just gonna shoot your shield. What are you gonna do about it? You know, like you just can't do anything. Oh man, you got Suzu here, which is unfortunate because you really want that Suzu in a second. So huge mistake here to not hit the Bastion, right? The number one problem here is going to be the Bastion. And quite frankly, it's not even particularly close. So once this happens, like you just hold shield. Right? You have to recognize, okay, I screwed up, that's fine. Like don't make a mistake worse by just dying here. Like your team might be able to get kills on the people on the ground, but if you die, for sure the point is lost because no one's even going to be able to get to the point. So this is no good. Okay, so you switch to Zarya. I think Zarya is playable here. I think D.Va's probably better, Risa's probably better, Sigma's probably better, but Zarya's definitely playable here. Question is, do you know how to play Zarya? Okay, so you popped both bubbles, right? You got a good amount of energy on it. I do not go into the room right now. So you're at 465 health. The Bastion's clearly trying to gun somebody down. So I would stay out here. You're basically full health, right? You're being healed. Stay out here and shoot the Bastion and force the Bastion to shoot you. That way, the Bastion doesn't, like, she nearly dies here because of this. You should have stayed out there. Like, not like way out here, but like here at least, zap the Bastion and force him to attack you. Right? Unfortunate. Yeah. This is a tough thing about Zarya. You don't have time to build energy here to do anything. I think you picked Zarya probably to play against the D.Va, but ultimately it's not really the D.Va specifically that's the problem. It's like you have a whole team of like long range heroes, like poke heroes that are just poking you down, and you're just not good enough at dealing with that situation as Zarya, right? As Orisa, you could just like wait for the first tank mode and then just go in and force the whole team back, right? As D.Va, you could eat everything, right? You can play high ground and poke them that way. As Sigma, you could shield off / grasp / spam them out. Like you got some options here. As Hog, you could hook and get kills. I think that, yeah, you're definitely in big trouble here playing as Zarya. Oh yeah, you're not even gonna touch the point. That's really unfortunate. So, yeah, it's tough. I mean, I think this feels like this is one of the rare times where I'm like obviously like I pointed out when first point you could have played better by not stepping forward. Second point you could have shattered, right? / played high ground from the very beginning. But at the end of the day, I think that you are at a very significant team comp disadvantage here, or just tank choice disadvantage. What the heck is this? All right, good. Well, so this is tricky because do you know your Genji has used Deflect or not? If you use Deflect, then don't bubble him because then he's not going to be able to get any ult charge or do any damage. So I think coming over here, unless I heard him start deflecting, which I don't think I would not have bubbled here. I would have waited for him to start deflecting, and then after deflect, then done about bubble. Because then you'd have one more bubble right now. Like imagine if you had bubble for yourself and the Genji right now, it would be huge. Or 2 bubbles for yourself. Like this Baptiste should die here. Yeah, not having that bubble is a big deal. So again, just beam down. Remember, beam does over twice as much damage per second as right click. So if you just want to kill something, especially with a D.Va here, just left click it, right? Or just beam it. Yeah, you got so low there. You made a mistake. You should have died, right? Beaming down the D.Va. Right, waiting for your bubble. Okay, you have 1 bubble, but I think I agree. Like you kind of need to wait a little closer to your second bubble. You play right side. So the funny thing is, I don't think you should play right side. I know you're going to get access to a support here. I think you should actually play left side. I don't think there's anything they can do to stop you, right? This is actually a great opportunity for you right now to just continue like absolutely destroying their front line. Going on the flank route here is not so good because you don't get nearly as much energy, and you're also not helping your team out. If you're this side, the D.Va just can't peek, right? Every single time she comes out, you're going to do hundreds of damage to her. She's going to need to leave, and then from there, right, you can kill a turret, right, and then continue taking control of the point. So when you flank here, if you're gonna flank here, kill the Ana. 100% kill the Ana. You're at 80 energy. You do about 150 damage per second. You can kill the Ana in slightly over 1 second, right? About a second and a half. You kill the Ana. It is a massive mistake to not beam down the Ana here. So this makes me feel like you're not an experienced Zarya player because you're like right clicking way too much at like targets when you can just beam them down and kill them with left click. So now you really don't want to fight right side. Right side's a really bad side to attack typically because it's very squished. So they can spam in and it's hard for your team to get angles to attack, right? If you're standing here, your DPS has to like come over here, which is in the open, which is bad. If you take left side and hold this corner, your DPS can go out here, use this as cover, and even potentially stretch if they're mobile, like Genji, etc. Tracer, stretch all the way over here. Right side, much worse to attack from. It's not meant as the primary attack route. You should attack left side. So you zap here, you have tons of energy, but you have no bubble, right? You have no bubble, you should play safe. You decide to walk back in. Your Mercy died. The moment your Mercy died, you should have gone back. Instead, you don't go back right away. You eat purple, and then you die of like 9 energy. This is really, really bad. You're just way too aggressive here without bubbles. It's a huge mistake, and then your whole team's gonna wipe here. Yeah, you just don't look like an experienced Zarya player. Which, you know, is tough if you're gonna suddenly pull it out in the comp game. So one thing I see here is you're trying too hard to go for the backline. It's okay, just zap the D.Va, right? The D.Va does not want you zapping her. I guarantee you the most annoying thing is D.Va is to get zapped by Zarya. Because there's nothing she can do about it, right? Just play right side, whichever side the D.Va is, and just keep zapping her. And she's going to eventually have to fly back to her team. That's how you create space, not trying to chase down like the back. Like this right click, look at how little damage this right click is going to do. You know? It does 45 damage, for the record, when you're at 0 energy. You did 30 damage to this. That's 45 damage on a direct, by the way. You did 30 damage to this Baptiste, and you only get 4 of them. Like, this is not an effective way to win the fight. You know? Just shoot the... Yeah, that's fine. Like, if he's overextended. I don't think I pop bubble there. Turrets actually don't do that much damage. So... Yep, just zap the Zarya. That's fine. Just keep zapping the D.Va, right? Don't do this. This is like crazy overcommitment. Just play the corner. You know, you don't need to go absolutely bonkers here. I don't know why you did. The soldier's dead, but like they could kill you here. You know, like Baptiste, I would assume have window by now. He's 5% away. If you just pop that window right now, you die. You die almost instantly right now. He pops a window in the right spot. I don't know why people are continuing rushing. So you should have reloaded while walking forwards. Because you're clearly chasing the Torb, you should reload right now. You're not going to see him for like another second and a half. See, now you reload while you're looking at them, which is a really bad call. So, reasonable choice right here to think about grabbing, believe it or not. So your team, this is a good example of discrepancy in between console and PC. So your team, everyone except for one person should have been pushed up to here. Like everyone but the Kiriko should be playing right here with you, and then you should have grabbed and killed everybody. But it's okay. That's fine. You have high energy, right? Things are going okay so far. So you should take high ground right now. So going main is no good, because what they're going to do is they're going to kite you backwards, and then they're going to go high ground, and then you're going to feel really helpless down below. So you're on the cart. D.Va's going to stop the cart for some reason. I don't really know why she's doing this. Okay, so you're going to take a lot of damage from this Torb here. So for starters, you should have been shooting the Torb from the beginning. Like, the Torb is literally in your face. Like, the D.Va at that distance is barely doing any damage. The Torb in your face is doing a lot of damage to you. A. B is... That's okay, it's mostly... I mean, I'm just surprised. When you start taking damage here, like, you should have popped bubble right away. Yeah, you take a lot of damage here. You nearly died. Like, be just, like, a little more careful with Zarya. Like, you're not actually that tanky without your bubbles. And honestly, your bubbles themselves are not that tanky either. So your Kiriko has the right idea, which is try to kill stragglers here. You should have... This is the time where you should advance. Because neither the Baptiste, the Ana, nor the D.Va can easily kill you here right now. Your Kiriko's with you, like, you're under no danger. You could have ran up here and then cut the Ana off and killed her, which would have been an absolutely massive stagger. Okay, so the second this happens, turn and bubble your Kiriko. right? And then you can do this, because he could have killed someone before that happened. Okay, so this fight this is tough, because this is like a lot of people are making really bad decisions here. So number one is the diva wants to contest by throwing the point, which is the right call. She should absolutely not have thrown bomb right now, because now there's nobody on the cart, so the cart just is gonna cap. So her bomb is like entirely irrelevant. She should have stayed on cart, forced everyone to kill her mech, then popped bomb, which would have been way more effective. Because the Baptiste would have window here while this was going on, while everyone was attacking the diva, and then he could have killed everybody with the window. So that's like kind of weird in of itself. So I was gonna tell you like, oh, this is what you should do, but the diva makes such a strange play. Like I don't really know what the correct call is here. I guess you kind of hide, but you still have 36 ammo, by the way, which is plenty to get the Ana extremely low. Like, you're reloading too early. So, you see this, right? Number one goal here is to try to preserve energy. You should try to get to the right and get in cover as soon as possible. Walking in the open, like, just kind of look at your movement. Does this make any sense? Like, all you do is just walk straight. Like you're like a duck in a row, right? Just like going like, oh, okay, I guess I'm like gonna walk all the way through your window. This is not a good call at all. You just lost all of your energy for no reason. All you had to do was go to the right and just take cover, and you would have been fine. So let somebody else go to cart. No, it's fine. Let somebody else go to cart, because you need to get energy. That's the number one thing. You need to get energy. So it's okay, right? Missiles alone is just not enough. So the best way to get energy is to get very aggressive in their face and force them to shoot you. Reaper's here, good call. Turning back for him. Reload. As soon as he wraiths, shoot, 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 shoot. Right now, start reloading. Right? Start reloading, walk with him, and then kill him when he comes out of it. But because you're too slow here, right? Your ammo, you don't have the ammo when you really want it. So you still have had. By the way, see the Reaper going up top. I would immediately start shooting at the Reaper to prevent him from forcing off whoever you have on high ground. Yep, source up the. See, this is like super effective. So this grab is no good. I think it's too far around the corner. I guess it works out okay. My feel here was that it's too far around the corner. You haven't forced out Lamp yet, and you haven't forced out Matrix, which means it gives them a lot of tools here to not die. But it ends up working out actually okay. So maybe I take that back. Reaper stuck here. Don't walk closer to him. Like this spot right here, you're gonna take about 200 damage a second. This spot, you're gonna take about 100 damage a second. This spot, you're gonna take about 75. This spot where you are, you're gonna take about 40, 50 damage a second. Like the difference is absolutely massive for Reaper. How big the drop off is, and it's not damage fall off per se. It's the fact that so many more of the shotgun pellets were miss. That's the biggest deal. So at high energy, don't bubble for energy. Just bubble to keep yourself alive. Very, very important tip. Right? Don't be like, oh, like they're shooting at me, like, or like spamming at me, like let me pop bubble like energy. No. Use bubble when they commit to try to kill you. You're the most powerful hero in the game when you have high energy. I don't know that you need to bubble them. Like this Hanzo's like full health, and he's being matrixed. Like this is not a you need to bubble him moment. You saw how low this Sombra is on your right. Right there, you should have beamed her down and killed her. So a little slow to recognize that. Ooh, kill the Reaper. Okay, now you want these bubbles, right? Now this is super valuable to kill the bubble. So you should have hard committed right now to killing the Reaper. Like you should have fallen back and just zap. Like I would have just ran with him like point blank to kill him. Because if the Reaper kills your backline, this fight's over anyway. And the closer you are to the Reaper, the further you are away from their team, which means the less damage you're going to take. So not running with the Reaper here is a problem. Oh, you could have killed him right there. You could have killed him with melee too, I think. Maybe not. It's close. Right. Most important thing, try to save energy. Most important thing, try to save energy. You hit the wall. Ulti, yeah. Alright, get the kill. Yep. Seems like you can actually save all your energy. This is really, really big, right? So you should have no problem killing them in the next fight. You're almost at Grav already. You forced out a lot in the previous fight, and you still have high energy. Again, don't be right-clicking the Baptiste. You're not gonna kill the Baptiste in this situation. Just beam the D.Va. Like forcing the D.Va back has to be priority number 1. I don't know why you're moving so far back. I think you're waiting for the Mercy. I mean, it's fine, but again, you can force the D.Va back right now and then farm ulti. Oof. All right, you lose your Widow here. Mercy goes for the res. You check. Yep, good check. Make sure that Mercy doesn't need you. They're running Bastion now. Unfortunate. Tank. Bastion's dead. Okay, now hard push. Hard push. Like, you want to blow D.Va back here? So ideally, try to reload before you pop Grav, because this problem happens where you don't have ammo to actually kill anybody. So I think you really want to burn the D.Va down first. Again, you see how you don't quite, she like definitely could have eaten this. You don't quite burn her down all the way, right? You should have burned her down, killed the lamp, right? Reloaded, gone again. Try to save your bubbles, because you should expect that D.Va bomb is coming, and then use your bubbles to save somebody. Right, now you get way the heck out. Oh no. Yeah, you're not gonna, I think it's a good read here. You're not gonna do anything with Kitsune Rush. Popping D.Va mech is good though. Yep, good. So quick tip, when you pop D.Va mech, you can right click right before she pops out to do a good chunk of damage. And it'll make killing baby D.Va much easier. Another technique I don't see you do at all is right clicking people's feet when you're fighting, which can be very, very helpful if you're having trouble dodging. So you see Translocator? So Translocator's coming, which means that you're about to get EMP'd. You don't have any bubbles right now because you've been pretty aggressive with it. I think you just want to walk to the left to avoid getting EMP'd right now. Oh, I guess she does not want to run EMP. That's I've never seen that before, but okay. So again, one thing, Zarya does not do more damage the closer you get. So you don't want to be here close to the D.Va, right? Just play at your maximum range and reduce the damage that you take. Because you keep getting closer to her, she's doing more and more damage to you. If you just play at max range, you're fine. Don't right click. Did you even need to reload there? You're at 63. 50? Yeah, you can literally kill the Baptiste with the rest of the ammo that you have right now. You're reloading way too much. Yep, good. Yep, bring down the... this is okay. Again, I think with better tracking, I mean, I think you should first have popped the D.Va mech. That should have been priority number 1. Like, she gets so low, and this should have been an easy kill at that point to pop the mech, right? Then you should have reloaded, right? And then you could have grabbed and killed whomever if you wanted. But that's a mistake. And then the Bastion's yeah, that's really rough because this should have been an easy win. Okay, you get rezzed. You're gonna cap anyway. Okay, 1 minute, big disadvantage, but not undoable, right? Definitely not undoable. I've definitely won worse situations than this. Come up. Nobody's playing high ground. Great. I think it's a good job not popping bubble too early, but then I think you really shouldn't pop bubble at all, right? They're clearly not going to stay here and keep shooting you. Like, you do not want to pop bubble at all. You want to get all the way to this corner and then start like beaming down the Ana and then pop bubble because they're like, I have to shoot you or else you will kill my Ana. Hello, play the corner. Yeah. Again, it's totally fine to just attack the D.Va here. Like, don't feel like you have to kill anybody other than the D.Va. Just you're like winning the D.Va trade very, very strongly. The tank trade. Yep, good job, Zapman Soldier. Now you can attack. Okay. Yep, kill the Baptiste. Great. This is a really good start. I feel really good. Like, even though, you know, they have more time. You want to cover, right? So, right here, this moment, I see the Bastion, I immediately cover to the left. You can kill the obviously I still kill the D.Va, but like, I kill D.Va while walking to the left. Staying in the open here is crazy. But, if you're going to do that, right, at this point, I think there's a good call to chase him down. Don't stop. Keep moving forward. Kill the Ana. Kill the Ana. No, don't let her go. Just kill the Ana. Right? It continues to stagger. She would have died. There's no way. She has no mobility. She cannot get away from you. People are moving backwards, move 10% slower than people are moving forwards. She cannot escape. You could have easily beamed her down. I think she used sleep as well. So, second point is a nightmare to take an OT because they can just stand high ground and you're just completely screwed. You have to either be playing a dive tank or you need DPS that can take high ground. So you have Grav. Again, just beam down this D.Va. As soon as the D.Va's demeched, you can Grav. Right? Because then nothing can eat it anymore. I would stand out here because I don't want the Bastion to kill my Kiriko. I would be beaming the Bastion right now. No. Oh, okay. So I can. So basically, what I feel like is going through your head is it's overtime. I must use Grav here. But there's no reason to use Grav here. Like you could just stayed here behind the cart, pop bubble, killed the Bastion, reloaded, killed the D.Va. You don't need Grav here at all. Right? You gotta kill Lamp. Stay on card, just bubble. You should have killed the baby D.Va. So, again, Bubble's either going to save you or it's not, right? If you're like, Bubble's going to save you, stay behind the cart and just beam down the baby D.Va and then kill her. Yeah, this is some target priority issues, I think. At any rate, still winnable, right? Still winnable to defend first point plus a little more in 315. Definitely doable. I think the primary issue is that you don't have a lot of experience with this map, it seems. So, right, you're just spamming. They're also running Zarya, which is a good call, right? Zarya's good in OT. If Reaper goes to point force, yeah, you have to go. Like you have no choice now. You have to go. So in this situation, just right-click the ground because you're not doing enough damage with the beam. Just right-click the ground next to the pillar repeatedly. You need to do something about that Reaper. You cannot ignore the Reaper like this. This is not a thing where you're like, oh, I'm going to kill the backline. This Reaper is going to shred you. Yeah. Like, it does a lot of damage. You had to force out the Reaper first. So I think you make a common mistake, which is that you get low, the Reaper stops shooting, and then you bubble right now. But now there's nobody attacking you. And now you're going to die for sure. Kill the Ana. You saw her, right? You saw her separate from the pack right there. Reload. Okay, right there, 50 health. Just go forward and kill her right now. I don't care what is happening. If the Ana doesn't die, you're not going to win this fight. Unless your rest of the team kills a whole bunch of people. Yep, kill the Ana, kill the Ana, kill the Ana, kill the Ana. Yeah, good. Good. Cool. Yeah, your DPS actually carried you here. Great. We'll take it. I don't know how this Reaper got here, but probably teleported forwards. Again, don't get closer to Reapers. Just, it's not a good idea. It dramatically reduces the damage they can do if you can just step a little, like even a few meters away. You see Reaper going right side. He teleports. Problem is you can't start the teleport. May's going to have to contest them, which is good. So stop looking at the Reaper. Once this happens, like your job is to force front, right? Don't worry about the Reaper. Like your team will take care of it. If they can't, then you're going to lose anyway. Like, you're going to need the bubbles yourself. You have to get energy here. No! I think you definitely could have avoided shooting the Zarya. Like, at this point, stop shooting. Like, she's not going to die. There's no way she's going to die here. So, you might as well just stop shooting and not feed her that extra energy. Because now the Zarya is at 86 energy, and you're at 30. This is really bad for you. Like, if I were the other team, I would be extremely confident that I'm going to kill you now. Like, you do not want to engage the Zarya in a way that it will stay committed, right? Walking away from cover is going to keep you committed. If you hold this tight corner like this, it's much, much harder for the Zarya to commit on you. Because she'll have to walk, open her back to the three people on the side, and then attack you. So, when you're finishing an attack here, always end with a right click at the ground, right? A parting shot to do some splash damage and farm ult charge a little faster. So Mei does a really good job here going in the back line. Great, yep, kill that. Again, end with right clicks. So I think you just have a lot of Zarya mechanics problems. So end with right click for like the last 5 ammo. I mean, technically the best would be the last 1, but it's hard to do that. So with like the last ammo in your gun always, right? Because that way you get more damage out of it per energy remaining. Because usually it consumes 25, but if you have at least one ammo, you can still fire it for full damage. Alright, you have 20 seconds left. One pick here wins the game, right? So, and you have grav. So one pick here wins the game. So if you force anything here, you're going to grab them all. This is, I think, a pretty good grab. Obviously, you get everybody in it. The problem is you don't have energy. So the question is, will this actually do anything? No, you have to kill the lamp. Oh, this is disaster. Okay, so when I grab here, I should already be thinking, first of all, I want to get full ammo before I grab. Right, you have 89 ammo. Yep, reload. Zap a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's fine. Yeah, so you grab right here. So then I'm looking for lamp. You should be looking for lamp the whole time. So this happens, you should immediately reload and kill the lamp. You should have stepped up right now, killed the lamp. Oh, because the thing is, none of your rescue team can kill lamp because of the way the shield is. Now you should be right-clicking the ground. Wait, you guys lose this? Oh man, you guys lose this. This is disaster. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you get 3 here, but I think you're just a little too slow to kill this lamp. And then from there, it's tough because like everyone's so low, and the Reaper is still nanoed. I understand like targeting everybody else except for the Reaper, but the ulti here is pretty devastating. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a good. I think it's a good good grav, right? They did a really good counter for Sim. And now you're going to have to face off against a team where they have window and grav, which is going to make it pretty tough. This is like the thing. It's like if you played so poorly on offense that you just don't have the time, right? If you played just like even another 30 seconds, you probably win this game. But it's going to be really hard because you basically 30 seconds. The reason why I say 30 seconds is 30 seconds is one team fight, right? So you could force out grav and window in this team fight, lose, come back, and then win the next one with Bob. Don't shoot the Zarya. Yeah, see, there's like not really a lot you could do here. I don't think I could win this in this situation either. I think the best call, I think the biggest issue that I would say is you should not have thought this early. You should have stayed here. I mean, I don't know what the heck Cassidy is doing back there. I guess that's probably maybe what forced you forward, but it would have been way stronger to fight from here. Because then your team could have sat high ground and just like pounded down on them, and then you could have just stayed like much safer. You having to walk forward here is very problematic. You see how the Kiriko has to turn the angle too? Like she can't get the healing in because you're so far away. Yeah, I think you're pretty much screwed here. Because if your team was standing high ground, like let's say like Cassidy, etc., like if they're all just standing over here, what's the grav gonna do? It's so far away. The other team's not gonna be able to do anything. They could just the option that she'll have is to solo grab you. So I do think this is winnable if you just stayed back. But the problem is your Cassie was playing such a weird position. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so number 1, I would say watch my Blizzard World tank positioning guide for sure, because I think that would be very helpful to help you learn the map. 1. 2 is Rein. I don't think it's a great choice for this map on second point, which I think where you felt the most impotent at. But first point, you also kind of run into that problem. But like second point for sure, you run into that problem. It's like a big issue. 3 is on Rein. I think that you still have some techniques that I think you should learn. I don't think I ever saw you shield hopping. I don't really think I saw you fire strike canceling. You didn't do third person shield peeking, etc. I think that's just stuff that you can clean up for sure. 4 is on Zarya. I think there's a lot of mechanics that you can get significantly better at. Things like right-clicking for the end of the ammo. Things like not over-reloading when you have a chance to beam people down. Like not zapping people when they are available and instead trying to right-click people in the distance. Like that Ana, when you flank them, is a really good example of this. I think there's a lot of stuff to clean up on the for the Zarya play. So overall, I think it's mostly still mechanics-based. I mean, number 1, macro-wise, I think choosing the wrong tank for the situation is really problematic, followed by mechanics, followed by like target priority, right? I think that's a big part of it. Aim felt okay. I think for console diamond this feels like about right. Again, like there's a lot of things where you could have killed that diva, for example, demect her before popping grav. I think would have been helpful. But yeah, overall, I think that it still looks fine. So just try to improve at Blizzard World specifically. I think will really help you a lot. All right, hopefully that's helpful.